Hi, I'm Kenyan Foodie and I'm a millennial on the move.
My name is Isaac Muhwana. I'm also known as Wigs Daddy. I deal with wigs, I install wigs, I wash wigs, everything about wigs I do.
My name is Harriet Kasoa. I'm a food content creator and I'm a millennial on the move.
My name is James Minor. I go by the name Sir J. I'm a fashion designer, I'm a model and a voice artist, and I'm a millennial on the move.
My name is Kezia Mureithi. I have an errands company called Kez Errand Services, where we are a helping hand that you can trust.
Hi everyone, Mambo Vipi. My name is Mimo Karanja. I am a digital content creator and I'm a millennial on the move.
My line of work entails a lot of preparation, a lot of research. With regards to the recipes I'll be doing, the content I'll be doing. I also work with some brands, food brands.
When working as a content creator, there are so many things, so many different hats that you have to wear every day, as well as my kind of 9-to-5 job as well in the fashion industry. So every day looks a little different, from mornings where you're traveling to shoot a campaign somewhere around the country, or a boring day at home where it's behind the computer, you're in your PJs but making things happen behind the scenes. So every day looks a little different, but it keeps it really exciting.
Somebody say, slay.
What I like most about what I do is that I meet a lot of people. I go to very many places, I meet different kind of people, and I learn a lot in my life when I'm meeting these people. When I style a client and it looks good, I must be excited. Like, it makes me happy. I enjoy what I'm doing. Like, everything is just okay. Yeah.
Hey. Hey. Well, my typical day is pretty easy. I wake up, most of the times I wake up at 5:45. I'll do 5 minutes of silence, take a glass of water. By 6 a.m. I'm out of the house, do a run. I'm not a gym person. I like just doing my cardio. Then by 6:30, 6:40, back to the house, take a shower, have a light breakfast. By 7 a.m., between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., I look at my emails, read an article.
Growing up, I was such a talkative and confident kid. I remember the first time I joined nursery school. By then we used to call them nursery school. I think right now they call them something different. I went to school very early. I think I joined school when I was like 2 years and some few months old. We had gone for a neighbor's graduation with my mom. And then one of the teachers, you know how teachers pray with kids, came and asked my name. She probably thought I was going to be shy, but I was just there. My name is Margaret Werimo. I am 2 years old. My father is da-da-da-da. My mom is da-da-da. They were so surprised. And the teacher was like, you know what? You should bring this kid to school. And that's how I joined school, very early. In high school, I was more of the artistic kid. I was that kid who was either, drafting letters for other students. I was probably on drama festivals, not as the one who is maybe acting or reciting poems. I was actually the one who was doing the backdrops, which is very funny. I did it from Form 1 to Form 4 doing backdrops. The teacher knew about me with the arts side of it. I was the one who was going for science congresses. So basically, I was not only a confident kid, I was also, art was on my hand, was in my hand. It's just that I didn't know there's something that can come out of it.
When I was growing up, I'm a kid from Eldoret. Let's start from there. Eldoret is a place where people tend to think that hatujui kitu, like we don't know much. we're not digitalized or anything. So kids from there, me while I was growing up, I grew up in a small estate called Kapsoya. Kapsoya is a really small neighborhood, full of refugees, Sudanese, and like you could walk in the neighborhood and you see yourself, you're the only Kenyan for the whole line. So it used to be like crazy. I was not, I was one not to stay in the house. I used to like go out, swim. We used to call it Dudufumpara, a small stream called River Susiani. I used to Skype classes just to go and swim. I remember those good old times. And so yeah, I think I was really a mess as a kid when I was growing up. I wanted to really join the army, the Air Force actually, and fly choppers to war. You're growing up watching these old movies, the Chuck Norris ones and the missing in action type of things. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I was even more interested in filming, because I was like, hey, how do people make things like this? Was that actually a real world? So I was like, I have to become an Air Force officer so that I can fly choppers and all. But then later on, as time went by in high school, I started doing photography, creating posters for people, then shooting weddings. Later on, I ventured into film. I started doing short films. Eventually today I'm here, I'm shooting documentaries, films, creating content for people and managing their digital platforms. I never imagined it would be this way, because it never started this way. It's not how I really envisioned it.
My journey growing up, I was born in Eldoret. I was a really artsy, creative kid. We loved to go out a lot. I think the reason why I started my food page was because when I was growing up, my dad would take us out every week out to eat. So when I came to Nairobi, it was already ingrained in me, so it was a habit. So yeah, it just made sense that I would start a food page. I went to Testimony and Greenville School in Eldoret, passed my KCPE, I was called to Kenya High School, passed my KCSE, I studied pharmacy, so I went to JKUAT, but then because of the strikes, I decided to move to USIU, where I completed my pharmacy degree. So when I was in USIU and COVID came, we had online classes, and I had a lot of time on my hands. So I was trying to figure out what to do, and that's when I started my food page. And so yeah, it gave me like so much satisfaction. So by the time I got done with my pharmacy degree, my page was already doing really well. So I decided to postpone doing my board exams, and I haven't done them yet. So all my energy and all my desires are put into my food page as of now, just because of how much passion I have for it and how much satisfaction I get from it.
Fresh! Unajua mimi singeweza kurauka ati na tikiti ya nikupa asubuhi 6. Lakini Kez can do that.
I don't feel like I wasted my school fees, my father's school fees kunisomesha juu sifanyi kenye nilikuwa nataka kufanya, because I think I got exposure. Venye nilienda uko nje, nilienda high school, nikaenda college, nilipata exposure and nikaweza kuona life na another perspective, nikaweza kuinteract na watu, nikajua, like nika grow. So I don't think I wasted school fees. At first, hawakuwa wanaelewa errands. Like at first, my parents hawakuwa wanaelewa errands, business ni nini. Ati people are sending you, alafu, don't you think it's risky? That's what my parents walikuwa wanasema. But they supported what I started doing. After wame interact, maybe my post on social media, after asking me questions, wakasema, we can't understand vizuri ni nini unafanya, but we bless you. So later alone, ndo wamekuja kurealize, haya, kumbe this is a big thing, and now they are supporting it 100%. They are supporting it by praying for me and giving me advice. You know, this business that I do, I don't need capital per se. I can't say that I need 100,000 to go and do something out there. I just need me to be well and to be ready to be sent and to be honest with people, to be trustworthy. So my parents really advise me. They talk to me, they pray for me, they tell me, usichange, don't be a different person ati kwa sababu umeanza kupata pesa or something. Just be yourself and be genuine. That's what my parents support me with.
One of my biggest highlights is being able to monetize my craft, or rather my talent. It's paying, but I'll give you more details after this commercial break, so don't touch that dial.
Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin.
Welcome back. My name is Mimo Karanja. I'm a digital content creator. And before the commercial break, I was telling you about my highlight, which is being able to monetize my talent. Because for the longest time, especially as I said, in the 844 system, for us creatives, we were being told, like, you can't, this won't take you anywhere. You won't amount to anything. Soma, but the talent suppress it. It's just a hobby. It won't take you anywhere. And I'm so happy that years later, mwalimu wa math, my craft, my talent finally paid off, and that's something that it's my biggest highlight.
One of my biggest highlights in my career is when I was working as a fashion stylist at Woolworths. So Woolies was one of my highs and lows, because that's where I learned more of styling and how to combine colors and how to, just style someone and take care of someone's wardrobe. So why I say it's one of my highlights is because while I was working at Woolworths, that's when I turned from being an employee to becoming an employer. That's when I decided, you know what? I just woke up one day and I was like, no, I'm not gonna be employed anymore. I left that morning, wrote the HR letter, and I was like, I'm out. That's when Sajay Suits was born, and I would never ever regret that.
My highlights so far is opening a business when I'm still in my 20s. I would say this business has taught me so many things that I didn't know. And most of the time we think like opening a business is like a walk in the park. You're going to excel immediately. It's like you sleep, the next day you're successful. But you get to know it's a work in progress. You have to work hard. You work more hours than you used to work when you're employed. So, and also you get to learn that most of your clients are going to be strangers. That's something we actually learn when you've opened a business. And also, like for me, I would say this business has gotten to a point where most of the clients are in their 40s, late 30s, 40s, 50s. Those are the clients who have supported me the most, because you'll find that most of the clients here, when they come, they're like, oh, you've opened a business. This is really nice. So let me support you. Let me open the business for you, which, I don't know, I'm always amazed and surprised at the same time. So another highlight, I've also gotten to work with Dr. Catherine of Samantha Bridal. So that was like my biggest client ever. I've also, in the middle of me working here, I've also gotten to meet my mentor, who have also guided me through the job. I think it's easier when you work with a mentor. When you have a mentor, it's easier for you to be able to navigate through the job.
One of my highlights in my business is when I served a certain celebrity in our country. Her name is Pikana Rach. I know some of you know her. When I was about to give up, I was almost giving up in life because of how things were so hard at home, even in my life. I DM'd her, and within like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I saw her typing, and she gave me an errand. She sent me a list of of some items that she needed urgently. And I went, did that errand for her. After some few days, she mentioned me on her Instagram page, and from there, my life never be the same again. Like my life turned around and I got hope. My hope was rekindled. I went all out. I started serving with so much passion, and like biashara yangu I could remain the same. So that is one of the biggest highlight in this business.
So the biggest lessons I've learned in my content creation journey, number one would be consistency. Consistency is everything. Discipline falls under consistency, growth falls under consistency. So what I would say is just post. Post as much as possible, because as you post, then you fine-tune your skills. As you post, then your page grows and more people get to know you and you get business. So yeah, consistency. Number two, I would say perfection is a myth. Just create where you are with what you have. So for me, my issues have always been, oh, I might not have like the right phone to create, or like, what if people don't really like take in my content? So yeah, just do what you can with where you are, and when you do better, then you're going to get better.
Social media, it's very powerful when you use it the right way, and when you have you are strategic, because look at saizi world imekuwa like a village moja, tuko sisi wote pahali pamoja, and you have started, for example, you have started selling shoes, but you're just there keeping the shoes kwa store yako, na uko na Instagram, uko na Facebook, uko na WhatsApp, and you're not using them. But imagine the moment that you will post that shoe, sio siku tu ya kwanza, like you do it leo, kesho, 1 month consistently. You post consistently on your platforms. Kidogo kidogo utapata ume make sales. So social media at this time, it is very powerful source of what? Marketing. So meaning encourage you when you are huko nje, please exploit. Okay, you make use of that platform that you are very active in. Acha kushinda tu na scroll na kuna kitu na post. Make sure unapea watu value, unauza vitu zako, hata wewe mwenyewe unajiuza. Because if you don't tell us what you do, tutajua aje. So you sell yourself online and just be a good person. One of the biggest lessons I have learned with my business is trusting God. I know this is cliche. I know some people maybe wanasemanga tumezoea kusikia hivyo, but I have learned it is very important to have God in your life and to trust God in whatever you do. Like anything, hata unafanya nini, unaserve watu aje na una God, you will not go anywhere. You will just be, unaenda to place, unapata like kuna block. So trusting God is one of the biggest lesson I have learned, and telling him what I want to do and what I need to do and what I desire to have in future.
I think I have so many mantras, but there is one thing that I always go with, that if you want something, if you really do want something and you go for it, I think the world just conspires to give it to you. And that is through consistency and a constant improving of your skills and learning every other time. What I do is that if you don't find me in my workshop, you'll always find me on the internet looking for new designs. Maybe on the Pinterest. I'm always looking out what other designers from West Africa, from the UK are doing, and I feed off from that. In the next 5 to 10 years, I see Sajay Sartorial, the brand, becoming a very big brand in terms of service delivery and the people that we are going to incorporate into the fashion line. We are also looking into cotton production. That means apart from apart from the fibers that we are getting from the sisal and all that, we are going to be producing our own cotton. I look at, I envision to have cotton produced here and wool produced in Kenya, making our own clothes made in Kenya by Kenyans for Kenyans.
I think one thing as millennials we get wrong, because I'm also included in that bracket, is wanting microwave results. You know, we want overnight success. We want things that are happening so fast. You want to compare yourself to the other person, and I think that's where we go wrong. As I said, you have to be consistent. You have to be patient. I remember when I was starting out my journey, it was so easy for me to look at others and be like, "Guy, kwani, what are they doing that I'm not doing? How did they get there?" And you want to be like them. You envy them, you know, from a good place, of course. But I think everyone has their journey. You have to realize that and your process, and trust in the process, and be patient. So don't expect overnight success. If you want something to pay off, you have to practice it on a daily. You have to do it on a daily. So consistency, be patient with yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Because one thing I've realized in my journey, that in as much the industry is growing, we're becoming so many, you know, creatives in the industry. We all have something different that you're bringing to the table. We are all unique in our own way. So don't feel like someone, you know, you won't make it because, oh, tumekuwa wengi in the industry. Your spot is there. You just have to keep pushing. What I love to do in my free time is I enjoy reading a lot, especially books that are inspired or based on true stories, history. I'm a lover of history. So I find myself reading a lot and watching a lot of documentaries, movies that are inspired by true events. I think I love things that hit the news, you know. You can find me on TikTok and on Instagram as Mimo Karanja, the queen of TVT Mafinyo.
Nimetega sikio kwenye speaker, sina muda na mtu hata dakika ati. Sorry tukutane please uko time.